From Hollywood, the Jack Benny Program with Jack's special guests, George Burns and Gracie Allen.
CBS backstage. George Burns, yeah. Need more makeup. Phone call for George Burns. Phone call for George Burns. George Burns.
Oh, Gracie's not there either, huh? Well, keep trying. I wonder where she is.
Oh, there you are, George. Have you found Gracie?
Not yet, and I've looked everywhere.
George, what are we going to do? Now, Jack's show goes on the air in about 15 minutes, and you and Gracie are supposed to be the guest stars.
Look, Don, relax. The show is going on. I talked Jack into taking Gracie's place.
You mean Jack's in there dressing up like a woman?
That's right. Took a lot of arguing. He even threatened to kill himself.
Kill himself? George, look, are you sure Gracie doesn't know she's supposed to be here today?
Of course. Look, Don, why don't you go out front? You know, Gracie, she might be standing in line with a ticket.
And any would. Then we call again. We said he should. An undecided boy, but what is he gonna do? Oh, my goodness. Boss! Boss! Mr. Benning! What happened?
The girdle broke.
Oh.
I told them to get me a 44. They brought me a 42.
Sounded like a 38.
Never mind. Here, wait a minute. Here's some of my clothes. Here. Here's this. And here's this. I got a good mind not to go through with it. Imagine me standing out on that stage dressed as a woman.
Yeah, but you told Mr. Burns you'd do it.
I know. Come in.
Is this Jack Benny's dressing room?
It ain't Lily Sanchez.
Who are you talking to?
Western Union, he just brought you in a telegram.
Rochester, is the door open?
No, but there's a button missing.
I mean the door to my dressing room. You can hang up my clothes later. Now go find me another girdle.
Yes, sir.
Who's there?
I'm from the makeup department.
Well, come on in.
Well, are you my little friend?
Oh, it's about time you got here.
Well, I've been busy. There are other television stars, you know.
No. Well, who are you just working on?
Gene Autry's horse.
Well, wash your hands and start on me.
You're all right.
Now what are you doing?
I'm just trying to see whether you have a round face or an oval face. Well, this is a surprise.
What'd you find out?
My fingernails need clipping.
Look, and never mind the joke. Now start putting on my makeup.
Yeah, all right.
And hurry it up. I've only got about 5 minutes.
Well, this is going to be quite a problem.
Why?
You've got one wrinkle there that looks like Benedict Canyon.
Now cut that out.
Well, I can't cut it out, but I can fill it up.
Jack, how you coming?
George, did you find Gracie?
Not yet.
I can't understand it. Gracie was here yesterday for rehearsal. She knew the show was on today. Now, where in the world could she have gone?
Don't try to understand Gracie. She might be in Montreal by now.
In Montreal?
When she left the house this morning, she said she was going out to buy some Canadian bacon.
Look, Gracie thinks to get Canadian bacon, you have to go to Canada?
I once told her I liked Philadelphia cream cheese. I didn't see her for 2 weeks.
Oh, brother, what a woman.
Oh, now, where's that mascara?
Oh, for heaven's sakes, I'm so nervous. Now, what's that racket out there?
Oh, they're plastering those new dressing rooms across the hall.
Oh. Say, George.
Yeah?
George, there's a telegram on the table. Would you read it to me?
Sure. Hey, it's from your sponsor.
My sponsor? What did he say?
He said, arrived in Hollywood this morning. We'll be backstage to see it to discuss next year's deal.
Oh, my goodness. Why did he have to come to town today and see me like this? It's embarrassing.
Oh, what's so embarrassing about it? You were dressed as a girl in Charlie's Aunt.
Well, that's different. That was in one of my movies.
Oh, yeah, nobody saw it.
Of course not.
Take Takes a long time to dress like a girl. How you coming?
I don't know, George, but I think I've got this thing on wrong. I look like the hunchback of Notre Dame.
Turn it around. Turn it around.
Well, I found one
Where'd you get it?
from Don Wilson. He's still round, but not so far of a fully flat.
Well, give it to me.
I'll be in my dressing room, Jack.
Okay, okay. Hey, mister, have you finished my face yet?
Oh, I knew this would happen. I've run out of makeup. But don't worry, I asked my assistant to bring me some more.
Rochester, look out in the corridor and see if the man is coming with more makeup.
Yes, sir. Oh, I'll take that, Mr. Benny. Wait.
Did my makeup get here?
For a moment, I thought so.
Yes, sir?
I'm looking for Mr. Benny. Mr. Benny's sponsor.
Yes, that's his dressing room there. He's getting made up.
Well, I won't bother him now.
Yes, sir.
Thanks.
Do you have your dress on yet, Mr. Benny?
I've got it on, I've got it on.
Good. Then all we have to do is put on these false eyelashes and we'll be all finished. Whoop! I dropped the eyelashes.
Where?
I don't know, but one of your tonsils is winking at me.
You're the most stupid makeup man I ever saw.
Don't shout at me.
What?
If you didn't remind me of my wife, I'd punch you right in the nose.
Well, I'm not your wife, and get off my lap. Now, hurry and finish making me up.
Oh, Jack!
First thing you know, I won't even
Jack! Jack!
Really in them.
Jack, look, the show goes on in just a few minutes, and you haven't heard the Sportsman Quartet rehearse the number they do at the opening of the show yet.
I haven't got time for
Well,
that.
it'll only take a minute. Come on in, fellas.
One, two, three.
On the Black Ball Ferry line up in Seattle, where the sunshine always shines up in Seattle, all the whistles go, and the bells go, and the ferry boats are chugging right on. Right. Trip to the great Northwest, where the weather is the finest, and the sailing is the best. There's a ferry line called Black Ball, and their steamers are their pride. They gave them Indian names like Malahat and Quileute and Klickitat. So come to Puget Sound and take a ride on the Black Ball Ferry line up in Seattle, where the sunshine always shines up in Seattle. All the whistles go and the bells go, and the ferry boats are chugging right along, right along. Get aboard while the weather's fine. Take your pick of the steamers on the Black Ball line. There's the Illahee and the Chippewa and the Quileute, the Kalakala. You'll find all these on the Black Ball line. But the Honey, the Nisqually, and the Malahat will think of that, the Klickitat, and more than that, the City of Sacramento.
Ladies and gentlemen, we bring you the guest stars on tonight's program. America's beloved couple, George Burns and Gracie Benny.
Well, Gracie, say hello.
Hello.
Hair looks very pretty tonight.
I know. You know, I had it done at the beauty parlor.
Oh?
And, George, I heard the most wonderful joke over there. You want to hear it?
Sure, we'd all love to hear it.
Had everybody dying laughing.
Well, let's hear it.
Well, one fella said to the other fella, "If you don't think so, brother, you ought to see my wife."
Is this the whole joke?
Oh, no, there was a lot of stuff ahead of it that I didn't hear, you see, but this is the line that had everybody dying laughing.
Gracie, I don't think you ought to tell that.
Too risque.
Too naughty. let's talk about your brother.
All right, which one should we talk about? The one who's married or the one who's in love?
The one who's in love. Willie, the tall one. The one that has the scar on the chin.
Oh, the appendicitis scar.
Now, appendicitis is on the stomach. You see, if...
Yeah, I know, but Willie was ticklish down there, so they had to operate.
How is Willie?
Willie? Oh, Willie broke his back, you know.
Oh, broke his back?
Mm-hmm. On account of he's left-handed.
Broke his back because he's left-handed?
Mm-hmm. You see, he had a donut in his right-hand pocket, and when he tried to take it out with his left hand...
Broke his back?
Yeah.
Well, the next time he's got a donut in his right-hand pocket, tell him to try to take it out with his right hand.
That's hard to do when you got your pants on backwards.
His pants on backwards?
Mm-hmm. You see, he was wearing two pair of pants. He had one on frontwards and one on backwards.
So that he could go either way.
Yeah. That's when the truck hit him.
The truck?
Mm-hmm.
What truck?
The truck that didn't have its light slit.
Well, why didn't the truck have its light slit?
Because he had his pants on.
Hold it. The man in the truck have his pants on backwards, or did Willie have his pants on backwards?
Oh, George, you're trying to confuse me.
I'm confusing you, huh?
Yeah. Willie had his pants on
But the man in the truck, why didn't he have his light slit?
Hmm?
The man in the truck, why didn't he have his light slit?
Because he didn't have to. It was in the daytime.
Well, if it was in the daytime, didn't he see your brother coming?
Oh, he didn't know it was my brother.
He didn't?
No. See, he just saw two pair of pants coming towards him, so he drove
Between them?
Yeah.
This family of yours, they fascinate me. Did you all live together?
Well, there was my father, my uncle, and my brother, my cousin, my nephew. They all slept in one bed.
I'm surprised your grandfather didn't sleep with him.
Well, my grandfather used to sleep with him, but he died, so they made him get up.
If you please, Professor. Gracie, is your sister Bessie here tonight?
No, Bessie couldn't come here tonight on account of her canary is hatching an ostrich egg.
The canary is hatching an ostrich egg.
Mm-hmm. But the canary is too small to cover the egg.
So?
So, Bessie has to sit on the egg and hold the canary in her hand.
Music. Stop. Bessie, how's she feeling?
Who, Bessie?
Bessie, yes.
Well, Bessie's all right, but, oh, the other night she woke up in the middle of the night and she let out the most awful scream.
What happened?
Well, she looked down and her feet had turned black.
Well, what did you do?
We sent for a doctor.
What'd the doctor do?
Just took off her stockings and we all went back.
Music. Your sister Bessie's been married a long time, hasn't she?
Uh-huh. You know, she has 8 sets of twins now.
8 sets of twins?
Mm-hmm. See, her husband made bookends for a living, and this affected their whole lives.
Music. ladies and gentlemen, we'd love to do a little more, but we're not prepared.
I am.
You see, in television...
If my brother was here, you know, I could do an act all by myself.
You're allowed
My
to
brother
do just...
isn't here, you know, so I have to work alone.
You're allowed to do just so much.
My poor brother.
And, this is only
held up,
a half-hour show.
It was held up by two men. Two men held up my brother.
They told us...
Two men held him up, my poor brother.
We're not
by
supposed
two men. Two men held up my brother, too. Two men held him up. Two men. Two men.
Your brother? Yeah, 2 men. Was held up by 2 men.
Uh-huh.
Where?
All the way home.
Which brother is this?
Oh, Harvey.
Harvey. Oh, that's the one with the high blood pressure, yeah.
Yes. Yeah, the one, you know, he sleeps on the floor to keep it down.
How is Harvey?
Harvey?
Harvey.
Oh, he's fine. Oh, you know, Harvey isn't in jail anymore.
Oh, really? Well, I'm glad to hear that.
See, he got out of jail because he's such a great artist.
Got out of jail because he's a great artist?
Mm-hmm. You see, he painted, you see, he's an artist, he paints, you see. So he painted a picture of an open window on the wall of his cell.
Yeah.
You see? So then when the guards came in to close the window, he walked out through the door.
Well, I'm glad that Harvey is not in jail anymore. I'm glad he's out.
What?
I'm glad Harvey is out. I'm glad he's not in jail. I'm glad he's out.
Yeah, so is his wife, Rover.
Well, Rover? His wife's name is Rover?
Uh-huh. You see, when she was a little girl, you know, she moved next to our family, see, next door. So one day, our mother told all of us kids, she said, thought it would be kind of nice if we called her Rover. So we did.
Music.
I did what you wanted me to do, and I hope you're satisfied. Everything you wanted, I did. I was never so embarrassed in my whole life. You know, it's the most embarrassing thing. Imagine me having to go through this just because Gracie doesn't show up. I've never heard anything like that.
Jack.
I'll never do that again for $1 million. Wow.
Jack.
Wow.
The show is over, and you're a good sport. And, Jack, I'm going to take you to dinner.
I don't care. To dinner? All right, wait till I get out of this dress.
Oh, no, leave it on. I might want to go dancing.
Oh, get out.
Did you lose this Cinderella?
Give me that. Rochester, look. Here, my sponsor's coming today. He's going to see me dressed like this. Look, how do I get out of this girdle?
Just cut the string and jump back.
All right, go out and get me a pair of scissors.
Yes, ma'am.
Hello, Mrs. Burns.
Oh, hello. Do you know where I can find George?
Well, I don't know where he is now, but he's always in that dressing room.
Oh, thank you. George! 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 Well, so this is what George does behind my back.
Look, Gracie.
Oh, you ought to be ashamed of yourself. You barefoot hussy, you.
Gracie, don't you recognize my voice?
I'd recognize that voice anywhere, Tallulah.
Tallulah?
Of course, I'm not blaming you, but George ought to be ashamed of himself. That's the way all men are. When we're young and gorgeous and beautiful, they're crazy about us. But the minute men get old and wrinkled and broken down, they're not good enough for us.
That I don't understand at all.
Well, doll, if you're ready for dinner, I'll take you to... Oh, hello, Gracie.
George!
Hello, Gracie.
Don't speak to me, you two-timer.
Look, Gracie.
Oh, the minute my back is turned...
Gracie.
Oh, don't blame it on that poor quivering thing.
Quivering?
So, George, all men are alike and I hate all men. Oh, men.
My sponsor! Gracie slapped my sponsor! Look at Mr. Lewis, it's me, Jack Benny.
Mr. Benny, what's going on around here? I come all the way out from New York to talk business with you, and in less than half an hour, I'm kicked by Gene Autry's horse and slapped in the face.
Well, look at Mr. Lewis, I can explain
We'll
everything.
discuss this in my office tomorrow morning. Good day, sir.
Oh, for heaven's sake. I ought to have my head examined for doing this. I was never so mad in my life. Imagine me letting George talk me into this. Jack Benny, you ought to be ashamed of yourself. Letting it... See my blue eyes sparkle when I get mad? Hello? Oh, hello, Mary. Yeah. I know. I couldn't help it. Look, it wasn't my fault. I didn't want to do it in the first place. George... Huh? You liked it? You thought I looked... No. Really? Well, did you see the whole show? You even saw the travelogue? We didn't have a travelogue. Oh, on a close-up, you thought you saw Benedict Canyon. Mary, I'll explain that to you later. Goodbye. Darn that makeup man.
You know, Gracie, the reason you didn't recognize Jack is because he was dressed up like a girl.
Well, I still
Well,
don't...
go in and take a look.
I just still... Well, Jack, it is you.
Well, certainly, Gracie. Where were you all afternoon?
Well, I was the first one here, but I told the stagehand I was hungry, and he suggested I go get a Denver sandwich.
Oh, no.
Look, Gracie...
Wait a minute, George. Let me take this. Gracie, you mean to tell me that when you had the urge for a Denver sandwich, you went all the way out to...
No, the bus broke down at San Bernardino.
Gracie, I think you ought to apologize.
Well, why? I had nothing to do with the bus breaking down.
No.
I don't run the buses, you know. But once my brother Willie was almost run over by a bus because he had two pairs of pants.
I know that. Look, Gracie, say goodbye to Jack.
Oh, goodbye, Jack.
Goodbye, Gracie. Goodbye, George.
Goodbye, Tallulah.